Hello, and welcome to a special sleepscape. There are certain moments in our life when we start to worry about too many things, and we wonder if we'll manage at the end of the day, right? But quite often we may just overthink problems. But if we could look at them from a different perspective, we'd see that there was actually nothing to worry about. Tonight I'd like to invite you to the tiny world to see what a regular day of its inhabitants looks like. Do you see something glinting there? It looks like the light bounces off the surface of a button. Isn't that curious? 3 buttons, all different, but all together in the grass. And did you notice the grass is shorter here too, as if it's been cut? It looks like the buttons are used to pave the entrance to an empty can. Take a closer look at it. Huh? Did you hear that rattling sound as you touched it? These colors look familiar, right? It's got windows, like a little house. And the lid of the can has been lifted to make a porch. Someone's living here. Do you see that blanket swaying in the doorway? And if you peek in past the blanket, you should just about be able to make out a tiny little table. Have you ever thought that there might be another world coexisting with ours? The one we do not see, or simply choose to ignore. It's hidden right beneath our feet. Its tiny inhabitants are busy with their tiny lives, doing their tiny chores, just to get everything ready before sunset. If you look around the side of the house, you'll see that the owner of this place carved a window to let in the sunlight. Isn't it clever to use a pin to hold up the creaking shutter? Sometimes the most humble among us can come up with some of the best ideas. We can see that the owner is quite the inventor. Do you see what is attached to the ring pull? It's just a small piece of broken thread, but some of us know how to make the most of what we have. It's important to take down the washing before the night breeze carries it away. What is the other end attached to? Wow. Here, these tall flowers are like trees. Let's check out the flower heads. those flowers will drop pollen on the washing so it smells sweet. And it's good for those glowing insects too. Tap the flowers to see. Do you wonder how the washing is done here? Those large leaves over the house are great protection from the rain. But they're also good for collecting water. But you need to climb up them and bounce to make the droplets fall. It usually takes the owner of this place hours to collect them. It took you a lot less. These droplets are extremely precious here, and you have to be very careful with them. The water runs off the leaves and through the grass. Do you see where it collects in pools? Well spotted. I wonder what they use to carry the water. Nice touch. But we need to collect a special type of flower that is used for washing. In our world, it's known as forget-me-nots. But here, they are called soap flowers. Awesome. Now we have a wheelbarrow full of soap flowers. Did you notice that its middle bit is made of a nutshell, and the lost bead is used as a wheel? This place just keeps on surprising. We may also want to use the washing leaves. Do you see these little tufts of 3-5 leaves that are scattered around the glade? They make the laundry crispy fresh. This was quite a lot of work, wasn't it? A minute of your life is a few hours for the tiny creatures living here. So we have a few droplets of water, the soap flowers, the washing leaves. What's next? Well, everything's back to basics here. To get the laundry clean, they rub the sheets against the rocks in the ponds. Whew, that's a lot of chores for one day. But not all plants in the garden are grown for their detergent properties. Some of them, like the gecko's tongue plant, are used for other household needs. Can you spot its long, cusped leaves? Wonderful. Its blue-green leaves are dried out in the sun, compressed, and then turned into the solid fiber used to decorate the place. We also have to brush the dust off the mushroom growing behind the can before sunset. Do you see how these tendrils move gently? The mushroom attracts fireflies that light up the garden at night. Maybe they're not ready to be picked yet, but they'll ripen up with the last beams of sunlight. I'm talking about those seed pods at the entrance. Did you notice that clever solution for storing them? Isn't it amazing how the homeowner finds a better use for the most regular things from our world? I mean, an old thimble for a plant pot. What a wonderful place, built from almost nothing. One droplet is to water the pot plant. Beautiful. The blazing sun is hanging low, and there is one more thing to do. Feed the pet ladybird and the tall flowers. A little scamp, huh? Now it's time for a rightfully deserved rest. Sit back, kick your feet up, and watch the sun go over the petals. It was almost quaint, wasn't it? As a human, you may find all these chores adorable. Now you see, don't you? It's all a matter of perspective. We often overthink problems, adding unnecessary stress to our lives. But looking at the bigger picture, you'll see that is not what will really matter to you tomorrow or the next week. Why worry today? So, the next time when you feel the weight of the world bringing you down at the end of the day, just look at it from a different perspective. Maybe things aren't that bad after all. See you tomorrow, and good night.